Okay, my Algebra 1 students, we're going to do a video to review Chapter 0. Now, to be honest, most of Chapter 0 should be a basic review, so probably should have did 0 and 1 together, but we'll just do 0. Kind of get you used to a buddy quiz doing it. So do problems 1 and 2, so turn this off, do 1 and 2, then I'll go over it. This should be very quick, and then there's only a couple new things really you should know. So anyways, turn it off and do it. Okay, thanks for doing it. Give an example of a real number. A real number is any number you've ever seen. So you could put 5, you could put pi, you could put 1/3. Any number is a real number as long as it's a number. Then a rational number is any number that's been written as a fraction or could be written as a fraction. So 1/3, 0.6. If the decimal stops or if it repeats the same number, then it is rational. But irrational is anything that cannot be written as a fraction. So we know the wonderful number of pi is irrational. Any square root, if you don't know what a square root is, don't matter. Don't worry about it. But square root of 3. And then an integer is any number when it's written it's over 1. Or positive, negative, or whole numbers is how you usually say it. 2. What do you square to get 25? That's 5. Or what do you have the same of? If you don't know square roots too well, don't worry about it right now. 6 minus 3 is 3. 7 minus 10 is negative 3. Minus and minus a plus, so 6 plus 3 is 9. Quick. 6.3 minus 2.6. You're used to using a calculator, but what you do is you knock this down and then make this 13, because 6 is bigger than 3. 13 minus 6, that would be 0.7, and 5 minus 2 is 3. Woohoo! Then the fractions, you got to have common denominators at them, so this would be 5/10 plus 2/10. Just whatever you multiply the bottom to get the LCD, you got to multiply the top, so this would be 7/10. And then whenever you divide by a fraction, you take the reciprocal and multiply, so that's 12. And then this is 9/1, so you could multiply straight across, or you could go 3 goes into 9 3 times. 3 times 2 is 6. Now, do you remember your percents? Go ahead and do it. You may use a calculator for this, but go ahead. Okay. I hope you turned it back on. Did you do it? So whenever you have of, that means multiply. 15% is 0.15. Now, if you remember, 10% move it over 1. Half of that is 5%. So 9 plus 4.5 would be 13.5. So I can do that without a calculator. 6 is what percent of 40? Remember, is over of. So it's 6 over 40 equals x over 100. Cross multiply. So it's 600 equals 40x. So divide by 40. Wow, these are easy numbers. So the answer is 15%. Okay. 8 is the missing thing, so it'd be 8 over x equals 60 over 100. So 800 equals 60x. Just cross multiply. And then get a calculator if you're stuck. So it'd be 800. By the way, I have a calculator right here ready to go. And I wrote it down wrong. There we go. 800 divided by 60. And I get 13 1/3. 13 1/3. Bob lost 60% of his money. So percent's always 60 over 100. The 100's always on the bottom. Now, if he lost $1,200, how much did he start with? 1,200 is the part that he lost, which is 60%. So it'd be 1,200 over x. So it'd be 60x equals 1, 2, 3, 4. Holy jeez. So we have 120 So 1, 2, oh, I messed up. Shoot. Sorry, my calculator messed up. So let's see. So 1, 2, 4 zeros divided by 60. And I get $2,000. Don't go to Las Vegas is the moral of the story. Anyways, so that was 2,000. Doopy-doo, doopy-doo, doopy-doo. Now, I don't think we really need a calculator now. But do you remember how to find the perimeter, how to find the circumference, and how to find area? Go ahead, turn me off, do it, and then come back on. Okay, perimeter. You just add up the sides. So 6 and 6 is 12, 28. Now, if it had a measure, you'd put that measure down. Circumference. Remember, circumference is twice times pi times the radius, which 2 radius is really the diameter. But anyways, so 2 pi times 6, so that would be 12 pi's. Oh, that sounds good, 12 pi's. So find the area. Area is pi r squared. So it'd be pi times the radius, which is 2, I think. Can I see? 2, yes. So 2 squared, so it'd be 4 pi. Now the last thing we have for you to do, and you may use a calculator on the bottom, is probability, basic probability, and mean, median, mode, and range. So turn me off and do those 3. Here, let me get it so you can read everything. Okay. Do those 3, do those 2 problems, sorry, and then turn me back on. Well, probability is the number of ways the individual item can happen divided by total ways of everything that can happen. So a dice has 6 numbers to it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I roll it once, the probability of getting a 6 would be 1. There's 1 6 out of 6 numbers. So probability of getting even, well, I could get a 2, I could get a 4, I could get a 6. That would be 3 out of 6, which is 1/2 the time. What's the probability of getting a 25? Well, there's no way you can get a 25 on one roll, so therefore it's 0. And then what's the probability you roll and get a number? Well, unless something weird happens, it has to happen, so that's 1. So all probability will be between 1 and 0, including 1 and 0. Wouldn't that be a good question? What's the largest number of probability could ever be? 1. What's the smallest it could ever be? 0. Then mean, median, mode, and range. Range, I'll help you out. Now, first you got to order it highest to lowest or lowest to highest. Now, I already have it in order to save time, but always check that out. People get that wrong all the time. So it'd be 30 minus 10 is the range. The mode is what occurs the most. Well, you have 2 10s and 2 30s, so you actually have 2 modes. The median is the one in the middle. So here's 2 this way, 2 this way. So the middle number is 20. And the mean, you add it up and divide by the number of numbers. So 20, 40, 100. So 100 divided by 5 is 20. And the closer the mean and median are, the more balanced the list is. Meaning you have the same numbers down below in yours. So this is same 10 away, and then the same. So this is totally balanced on both sides. So the farther these away, the more likely you have numbers way out there above or way out there below. So, interesting stuff. Good stuff. Should know stuff. But anyways, this buddy quiz is on Thursday. And what I want you to do, is this assignment for the rest of the hour. Here, we'll do this. Doink. So you might want to turn this off, write it down. It looks like a lot of problems, but to be honest, most of them are pretty short. And you got the rest of the hour. Then tomorrow's the quiz on Chapter 0, and then we'll go from there. So have a happy